Okay, guys, now last episode of this, you guys don't know, but I used a new video codec with Bandicam. I'm not going to do that again. I went back to my original one, but I put up the quality on it, so yeah, the last one, it just, it looked good and stuff, and it did have quite a bit smaller file size, but this is just not what I was looking for. So we're going to continue with this one until I find a better one, and, because this one and the other one was kind of jumpy at points. But anyway, we're just going to continue, and, yeah. As you can see from that, I'm filming this episode 3, the same day as the first two. Okay, the earthquake completely caved the part of the floor. Okay, yeah, we read that last time. If I had been cowering from the quake only a few feet ahead, I'd be dead for sure, swallowed up by whatever the hell lay down there. I knelt down by the edge of the hole and peered within. It was too dark to tell for sure, but if what I thought I saw was correct, then the ceilings in this school were unreasonably high. To make matters worse, it seemed like the floor discreetly below had fallen out as well. I didn't dare consider just how deep this pit might go, and all I knew was I couldn't risk falling into it. Shivering in terror, I pulled myself up. What do I do? Can I get around it? I have to hurry. I definitely had to hurry. If I didn't, Seiko would commit suicide. But there was still time. I was determined not to let it happen, no matter what. I was going to save her. I was going to change her horrible fate. But you killed her in the first game. Search mode. Okay, so this is our gameplay in this game. Totally different. Just gotta say. We have a totally different way of playing. Now, okay, I wouldn't say there's much here for us to examine. Let's do one more quick scour. Okay. So that's stuff. Whoa! Okay, so that brings up our map. Nurse. I don't like this. I didn't read that. The infirmary was where I'd been attacked. I didn't want to stay in there any longer than I had to. That horrible sensation of my body being overcome by that hair-like mist was something I'd never hoped to experience again as long as I lived. Search mode. Well, okay, we can examine. Proper procedure for discretion. First and foremost, you must ensure that both arms and both legs are firmly pinned down, such as that the subject is completely unable to move. Next, make a clear incision across the stomach and carefully peel the skin on both sides, exposing the subject's innards. Use pins to keep the the remainder of the page is so stained and faded that it's completely ineligible. Okay, there was a large number of bottles lined up on the shelf here. Each one of them seems to be packed tightly with small chunks of unidentifiable meat, and the smell suggests they have been here for quite a while. Disturbing. There's a photo here. I haven't seen this before. The photo was cracked and warped in various spots, and the picture itself was in black and white. Clearly, this was not a recent photograph. It was just a simple shot of a man looking directly at the camera. It had a formal air to it, as if it were used for an arranged marriage interview. I wonder who this is. Was he the man who worked at this desk, or a family member? Maybe. Will this just do the same thing? Okay, the photograph man on the desk. Okay. What are you? You're just the photograph. Okay. Completely useless. Haha! There's a pair of scissors on the top of the shelves. Its blades are stained with blood. Well, that's not good. Same thing. A pair of scissors. Okay. I'm just not used to this. All things considered, there's surprisingly little dust on these beds. There's nothing. I didn't read that. Where did you go? No. There isn't. Good. Oh. Okay, that's the bottles. Each one of them seems packed tightly with meat. You're in the first game, too. It's an old-fashioned space heater, but it's so full of ash it's probably never going to light again. I don't know if there's anything else in this godforsaken room we can look at. So, okay. Let's go up another hall. Okay. Whoa, okay. Oh, the Mayu bloodstain. There was a mess of blood and entrails on the wall as if someone were launched from across the corridor in tremendous speed and splattered on impact. The smell was positively vile. Seiko had commented on before, but it was really hitting me now. Every breath I took was tinging my gag reflex. It was all I could do not to vomit. Yeah, how about that? Well, I can hear the bugs, which is fairly annoying. Well, I wouldn't say there's anything actually in this hallway to look at. Let's go up another hall. Whoa! The door to the science lab is frozen in place, as if it's just a decoration on the wall. It can't be opened. Well, damn. You're the door, aren't you? The door is frozen? Yeah. Okay. There's nothing else, looks like. Let's just go up another hall. As I wandered through the darkened corridors, every hair on my body was standing at attention. I had goosebumps from head to toe. It felt like a fog of uneasiness was swirling around me with each step I took. And that fog was growing thicker and thicker, to such an extent that I began fearing the darkness might swallow me whole, and I ceased to exist. I could feel my sanity slipping away. I didn't know how much longer I could hold out, and I was starting to lose patience. I just wanted to get it over with. Fear was like a slime covering my entire being. No matter how much I wiped, I was only squishing it around. It wouldn't come off. It was stuck fast. I walked around aimlessly, calling out Seiko's name. By doing so, I think I was able to dull my senses and just barely maintain my grip on reality. Seiko, where are you? Please answer me. I wasn't thinking straight. I want to apologize. Up ahead, I swore I saw a light glinting off something. It looked, for a moment, like a web of shiny string. I don't know what that is. Shiny strings. Stretch all across the hall. Whoa! I slowly crept forward until I could confirm that they were, in fact, strands of wire. Gently, I reached out my finger and touched the closest one. Cut her finger, I'm guessing. Yow! I pulled my hand away, looking down at it. There was now a very fine cut, clean slice right through the tip of my finger. Tiny red beads were beginning to form. Those beads just kept getting bigger and bigger as I watched, eventually swelling into one another and forming a single drop of blood. And that drop quickly became too heavy for its perch. It began wending its way down my hand toward my wrist. Piano wire? No, it's a little different. I couldn't believe it had cut so deeply from just one little faint touch. Had it been sharpened? It really stung. If I hadn't noticed those wires drawing up across the hall, I might have just kept walking. I shuddered to think what might have happened. Death, not from malevolent spirits, but from a mere booby trap? Who could have done this? There was definitely a planned malice behind it. I could sense an ill will in the air and began to tremble. Was someone watching me, even at this very moment? That very moment, I mean. Was someone just waiting for me to fall into their trap and die so that they could gloat about it? Is someone there? Hey! It was like an unconscious shout. I couldn't control myself. I was scared. And whoever did this was heartless. I couldn't just let it go. Stop this, please. You're scaring me. Don't do these awful things to people. A bevy of negative emotions began swimming through my head. I suddenly realized I was crying. And I knew that this corridor, with its web of razor-sharp piano wire, was effectively impassable, at least for the moment. I needed to find some way to cut these wires, or some means of disabling the trap at any rate. I decided to go back the way I came and search the rest of the school for answers. Searching time. Search mode. Activate. Well, from the looks of things, this area is useless. So that way's impassable. Let's go to the left. I like the search mode, but I'd rather the first mode. The door to the custom theater is frozen in place as if it's just decoration. Okay, blah blah blah. I do prefer the gameplay of the first game, but this is pretty cool. Smudgy, blood red lettering reads, "Getting close to that darkness is the one way to learn the truth." This whole place sits close to darkness, after all. On the floors, no, and okay. Over. I'd like to check every hall. Okay, we'll check the floors. Nothing. And nothing. But this door, I swear, is open. 2A. Oh, 2A is open. Eerie little area. Blood writing. Soul, burned by waves of energy, pay tribute to the god in this house of Shinozaki, purified by the flames of hell. Judgment passed in the great beyond. The following words are scarred across the blackboard. Your friend is a traitor, you're going to be killed. Run. This shouldn't have been there. It wasn't on the board when I first got here with Seiko. Somebody had to have written it recently. But why? To create a rift in our friendship? I didn't know if I was a person or a ghost who did this. But whoever it was a terrible thing to do. This was really starting to get to me. Is somebody in here? Stop harassing me, whoever you are. I can't take this anymore, I just can't. Running out of the room, are we? Well, we looked long and hard in there. I didn't even know whom I was angry with, but make no mistake, I was seething. I was probably really close to my breaking point. I ran out of the room, never even pausing to wipe the tears from my eyes. This is more like a visual novel, this game. I have no complaints with it, though. Okay, we're just in the hall. Yes. Jesus, there's everywhere to look. Hall. It's better to check every hall, just in case. We'll go up to the first floor. Well, second floor, I mean. Or the third floor, I don't know what it is. It's better just to check every hall. There might be like a key or something lying on the ground. Here's the stairs. Searching. Nothing. Okay, there's our stairs. Second floor to the third floor. So we're on the second floor, so alright. Okay. Okay, this is a creepy little area. I don't like it very much. Hall. Ref room. Frig. The eeriness of this game is a little bigger than the other one. I think just because of the setting and the search mode does it. Okay. There's nothing. Let's go to the next hall. Ref room's gonna be locked, I'm guessing. Yeah, but there's a body there. The door to the reference room is frozen in place, as if it's just a decoration on the wall. It can't be opened. Yeah, but there's a body. It's a decomposing corpse. The smell is ghastly. Judging by the height and uniform, this is probably once a male senior high student. His school name tag seems to have survived intact, prominently displayed on his now damp and discolored blazer. Matsukaze Prefectural High School. Kazunori Morofushi. Okay, so we got to go look for name tags again. We'll definitely be checking every hall. Ugh. There's a door here. No, that's a window. Okay. Let's go. I don't like how it has to do this every time, though. But, you know, it's all fine. Sorry about that, guys. Creepy hallway. Creepy hallway. Okay, is there anything in this hall? Is the door locked? No. So we're gonna be able to make it in there. 1A. I don't remember 1B or 1C last time. More wire? It's more piano wire. There was yet another piece of piano wire in this room. Seemingly razor sharp like the others, but only one. I could avoid it easily with some care. What are you? What is this thing? In the corner of the room sat an agitated mechanical device with the lever attached to it. It prominently featured two wheels with spools of translucent wire coiled around them and projected out toward the ceiling in a perfect tight line. Could this be the source of the booby trap? My guess is yes. Pull the lever. Pull it. That's a pretty big lever. I wonder if it'll even move. The machine was old and the lever was rusted, so it wasn't going to give without a fight. I could rattle it a little, though, so I figured I had a chance. This is gonna kill us. I may have just bit a boo-boo. I did it! Huh? It's gone. The piano wire. It's gone. We're gonna save just in case. Our darkening is 23%. I don't know what that means. My guess is it makes us go insane, but that's my thought. Anything else to look at in this room? My guess is no. So let's just go to the next hall. And take a look around and maybe go to 1B. Search mode. Okay, nothing. Let's go to 1B. Huh? What's that light? There weren't any lights on, and the whole school was bathed in darkness. Yet this lone room, a small circle of light, just kept blinking on and off. It seemed almost as if it would turn on whenever I looked at it, and turn off whenever I looked away. Or maybe that was just my imagination. But it seemed possible that someone could be trying to get my attention. Is anybody in here? No response. I began to get more and more creeped out with every passing second. At first I thought maybe somebody was watching me, but now I was almost certain of it. As I got closer to the source of light, the blinking stopped. The light was now fully on. It was a flashlight with a corpse in here. Let's grab it. A flashlight, and it's on. I wonder if this was the source of the blinking light. It did turn on steady when I got near the thing, but that just left me with more questions. Let's take it. Maybe I'll just low the batteries. Maybe it was just low on batteries, and that's why I kept going on and off. That's what I told myself as I picked up the discarded flashlight. Woohoo! Nothing seemed particularly odd about it. It was just a regular run-of-the-mill flashlight, and it really did seem to be low on batteries. Well, I'd have to make sure to just use it sparingly, so as not to waste the little energy it had left. Well, we got another dead body, so let's take a look at that. There was a bleached white skeleton sprawled out on here. Judging by the height and uniform, it appears the remains of a male, junior, high school student. Looking closely, his faded school name tag attached to his blazer. Shobi University Middle School. Masashi Kawasaki. There we go. The shelves are littered with dead lice. If one was to rest an arm on those shelves, there's no telling what might come along for the ride. Wait, there's something here. There are 3 lines of deep scratches in the teacher's podium, all seemingly made by fingernails. What could have happened here? Yeah, there's usually writing on these boards somewhere, but apparently not these ones. Okay, let's check this. Listen to your teacher. You're going to die now. Well, that's nice. Let's go to 1C. Whoa, that is creepy! As soon as I entered the room, I had a bad feeling about it. The silence was almost deafening. There wasn't a single sound to be heard. This room, and this room alone, felt very different from one another, from any other. Yeah, well, that picture is creeping me out. We're gonna save right there, because I have a really bad feeling. Couple bodies. There are 2 skeletal remains here, both of them mostly whitened at this point. They seem to have died, huddled up against one another. Both are female, and look to be around junior or senior high school age. There's a school name tag attached to the remains of the student's one's uniform. Karasuyoma High School, Miki Sato. Anything on the other? 2 skeletal remains, both huddled, both of them female, junior high school age. There's a school name tag attached to the remains of this one's uniform. Yep, Kirizagi High School, Sato Yusiki. Oh, you're creepy. Let's look at you. It's a child's crayon drawing. Very vibrant and colorful. The subject's mouth is open, and she seems to be eating a watermelon, perhaps? Well, you know, I've seen enough. It's full of dirty tissues. It kind of turns the stomach. Best not to look any closer. Best just to walk away. Yeah, well, that picture's still giving me the goddamn creeps. Class log. I ate a student today. Oh, that's nice. I was hungry, so I had to. Plus, we played rock, paper, scissors, and I lost. I thought I'd lose to an adult, but I didn't. Yeah, okay, yeah, I've seen enough. How about we just get out of here? Let's go to the hall. Check down these halls some more before we head back. There's a large hole in the floor, too big to jump across. Getting to the other side won't be possible from here. Okay, so we are screwed for this area. Okay, so here we go. Back to this hall to see if maybe, just maybe, those piano wires are gone. Okay. So we finally got to some gameplay in this episode, thankfully. Help me, please. Somebody help me. Jesus. What? Who? Oh, shit. Nakashima, grade 3 room A. Nakashima, grade 3 room A. Please return to class immediately. What the fuck? What? Who? Me? You're next. What the hell does that mean? I don't want to know. Smudgy blood, red lettering reads, getting close to the darkness, then we learn the truth. Whole place after all. There's a door frozen in place, as if just decoration on the wall. Can't be opened. I don't want to know. Let's just continue on and forget about that. Wait, what? I thought there was piano wire. There's some sort of mechanism with a lever attached to it. Pull the lever? Oh, let's leave it alone. And let's save. And then let's pull the lever. Because, you know, I don't trust this. I like how you can save anywhere now. You don't need a save point at all. You know? Some sort of mechanism with a lever attached to it. Pull the lever? Yeah, we're gonna pull this time. We're gonna die. Phew. What a strange contraption. Pulling the lever made a retractable floorboard extend outward over the hole, but also restrung all the piano wire. I had to be careful not to touch any of it, if I even slightly brushed up against a single strand. We can cross anything in the hall. Piano wire. Another one! Right at the base of the staircase, no less. What a sadistic place to put it. It should be possible to use the stairs, but that piano wire is razor sharp. Best to go slow and take care not to forget about it later on. Okay, nothing that way. Nothing that way. I'm guessing it's just the same thing. This glittering piece of razor sharp piano wire, tautly strung across the foot of the stairwell, roughly at the neck height. Well, how about we just go past it and up another floor. Anyway, guys, actually, we're going to end the video here a couple minutes short today. Please comment, like, subscribe. Tell me what you think of this series. I hope you guys enjoy this series. I know I'm enjoying it so far. So, yeah, please comment, like, subscribe. Tell me what you think. Hope to see you guys next time. Take care, and wait for the next episode.